Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday morning. I think it's Sunday. I get to see my grandbaby today, hopefully. I wanted to pop in this morning, and because last night I had a whole bunch going on, and I didn't want to. I wanted to go back over everything that I went over last night in case you missed it, either because you couldn't find me on Clubhouse or because you couldn't find the live stream, which I thought was public, and apparently it wasn't. So I am just doing a quick recap this morning of what we discussed last night, and it's all about the Notary Brokerage. So for those of you guys who are new to the channel, my name is Monica Wilder. I'm a real estate broker, I'm a farmer, and I started a notary business back in September 2020. The notary business kind of fell into my lap. A really good friend of mine was doing really well. He left his job at the bank and was able to create this whole space for himself, just working for himself. After that, I started seeing on YouTube a lot of people making 5 figures a month doing notary work. And here I am, a real estate broker, thinking to myself, why am I not involved in this trend? So I got involved and realized quickly that there was a unique opportunity to be of service to notaries because there was nobody out there currently doing anything supportive of notaries. It was just, I'm not gonna say nobody was doing anything supportive. There's not a signing service model that's designed to support notaries. Let me rephrase that. And so I wanted to create that. I'm a broker by trade, real estate. So I decided to take that model and bring it over to the notary space. Well, last week, after months and months of going through classes and listening to different instructors and hearing them, y'all don't have to forgive my hair, it's Sunday, and hearing them discuss the ways in which notaries could monetize their business, I decided that the attorneys were absolutely the ideal place to focus, like for a notary. The attorney for sure is the most ideal partner, if you will, not partner, but you know what I mean. So the point is, after all these months of listening to everybody teach about how to add different streams of revenue for notary's business, the attorneys seem to be completely the way to go. So anyway, long story short, last week, the culmination of all of that knowledge and these 7 months of building Notary Nerds University resulted in me taking action. All of that to say that, okay? So I took action last week, okay? And this is 7 months in now, so I get it. You guys that are just getting started trying to build your notary business, listen to me. I started out in September thinking I was gonna do the signing service right off the bat, pivoted to Notary Nerds University in January. In July, last week of July, realized finally, I realized who my target audience was back in March, but I didn't begin marketing to them until last week of July. Did my email marketing campaign, sent out the email, got a response, and working a contract as we speak. So you know I had to bring it to you guys, okay? And the thing is, I set out to do this back in September, but it didn't work as planned. So this is just, today I want to just really make sure that you guys hear me, okay? Just because your notary business has not gone as you have planned doesn't mean it won't come full circle. Sometimes you have to go through other things and learn other things and do other things in order to come back to where you initially started out, okay? So definitely keep that in mind as you are assessing your business and where you are and where you aren't, okay? Don't beat up on yourself too bad. Hold yourself accountable, okay? Hold yourself accountable, you know, but don't beat yourself up too bad. Anyway, so last week I took action on this target audience that I discovered, okay? How did I discover this target audience? I had to know my business model. I had to know, you know, what their pains were. I had to know that I could create some kind of a solution for their pain, right? So all of this came together, sent out the email, got a response, and we are cooking with oil, okay? So I am bringing to you what I'm calling the Notary Brokerage, right? It's basically the same thing I'm doing with mine. This is just till tonight, by the way. I'm not getting ready to teach a whole series on this just yet because this is the core of complete signings. This is where I'm about to take this information and develop my brokerage model that I've been trying to develop since last fall with. I am sharing it with you because there are some of you guys who will take this information and you will get a jump start in your market before I do start teaching it, right? What I want to do before I teach anything, I want to get some results in that area, right? So that's why I want to go ahead and build my own business with it. Then later on, I may teach it, I may not. I'm just going to keep it real. This is a game changer, okay? But what I am doing is, for those of you guys who are members at Notary Nerds University, I've given you 4 key components, okay? The key components that happened for me last week: the email, the survey that was included in the email to begin my funnel to get my opt-in, right? The free thing, right? The survey, the email, the contract. The contract, and I need you guys, if you're interested in doing this or learning more about how to be of value to attorneys, go support the YouTube channel, Misty's YouTube channel. It's called Arrow Consultants. Go over to YouTube, subscribe to her YouTube channel. She has got some amazing resources that saved the day for me. I was able to respond to this attorney's request for a contract quickly because of her free resources. Thank you, Misty, right? I will be reaching out to you. I will be a consulting client of yours in the very near future. Your material is awesome. Your videos are great. I love your story. I have never met you. Maybe we'll meet one day. But for those of you guys who are, in any way interested in developing a notary business around supporting attorneys, her channel, it's targeted towards paralegals, yes, but her channel is going to get you where you need to be. Go support her channel, okay? So the components, those 4 components, the email, the contract, and the link to the survey, as well as the link to the case management software that I'm gonna be playing around with a disclaimer, guys, that this is all new territory. So I know a lot of you are gonna have a lot of questions about what do I do and how do I do it. I'm doing it for the first time right along with you, okay? This is brand new territory for me as well. So I won't necessarily have all of the answers. But what I do know is I've stumbled across, I've got empirical, we call empirical data, okay? That email worked. The survey didn't work because nobody has responded to my survey, but the email worked, okay? The email worked. The one sheet and the PDF, the one sheet and the pricing sheet worked. That's the other component. Brittany Bowman, you are amazing. Emerald Waters Notary, LLC in Florida. Brittany Bowman, you guys know her as a moderator in the Notary Nerds Facebook group. You also know her as an instructor at Notary Nerds University. Some of you could probably work with her in the Florida area. Well, she has this knack for branding and marketing, and she's got these templates that she allows us to use in the Notary Nerds University community. She teaches a class called Branding Your Business, and because of her templates, I was able, and not only, let me just hold up a second. Let me back it up. Her templates are good, but her training is better. Because I didn't know that first paragraph of my one sheet where I'm supposed to give the experience, I was stuck. I went into resume mode trying to do the bullets, But thank goodness, thank God for her training and instruction. She specifically tells you in her class how to address, and I had to remember what she said, and I was like, boom. So I was able to zone in, pick the right words, okay? So yeah, her templates are fly, but the instruction on how to utilize the templates, how to present yourself, where to keep your focus, you need to listen and watch that class. And if you're not gonna do it, she has programs for that. She can put something together for you and do it for you, okay? So just reach out to her. So my point is, last week was an epiphany after 7 months of basic research in developing this whole university situation that we need to focus on attorneys. Getting your attorney database started was the first step. I did that probably right after March when I realized that the attorneys were the sweet spot. I did get somebody to build my attorney database. So I have 600 and something names in my database, 590 something of them have emails. So that's why I was able to go ahead and send that email out last week, right? And so the thing about it is, now that that's done and gotten a response, I know that it works. So now all I have to do is scale it. So what I'm doing for you guys and what I'm offering for those of you guys who are watching and are members and are not yet members of Notary Nerds University, this is the time you want to join Notary Nerds University. Notary Nerds University. Because that information that I just went over with you, the contract, the one sheet template, not the link, but it's just a PDF and a PNG file that you can download and save on your computer so that when you get ready to do yours, you'll have something to look at, okay? It's the contract, it's the email that I sent that got the result that I got, and it's also the link to the case management software and the survey. The case management software you may or may not need, because once you send your marketing out, the attorneys that respond, they may actually have case management software that they'll just add you on as a licensee or a user or something to that effect. But it would behoove those of us like myself who are interested in finding even more attorneys that may not have an existing case management software. It would behoove us to get familiar with the various case management softwares around. And I just have happened to make contact with a representative at the one that's in the link that I share with you guys and got a good vibe from them. So I'm going to do the free 30-day trial just in case I run into an attorney who doesn't have case management software, and I can actually provide that as an extra for them as I provide them with the virtual notary case management support that I made up last week. Virtual notary case management support, people. Foreclosures are coming. Evictions are coming. Bankruptcies are coming. Okay? Foreclosures, evictions, bankruptcies, and somebody made a good point. While the refi boom may have stopped, the HELOCs are still probably going to be popping. And who originates or who touches all of these things? Attorneys. So not only just getting to a place of understanding from an entrepreneurial point of view, guys, that the attorney needs to be where you focus. And I'm not telling you not to focus on any of the other areas by any means. I'm just talking about sustainability. Sustainability and making sure that you are doing you are doing best practices that are bringing in multiple streams of uninterruptible income. Okay. Hey Eunice, this is actually live right now. I'm actually live streaming as we speak, sitting in my dining room. So I had tried to do this really magnificent thing and go live stream on YouTube last night. I was trying to do that, Facebook Live, and I was trying to do Clubhouse. Well, let me tell you guys about Clubhouse. Clubhouse will not let me be great. I live too far out in the country. I tried to do my Clubhouse and it was not working. Okay. Hey, Sharisa. Star says, hey there, Monica, please say the two sources you just spoke of again, please. Okay. So I can't even remember. Two sources. I can't remember that quick. I wish I could rewind my brain. And when you get past 45, things start happening to your memory. Good morning, Monica. We had a couple of people saying they didn't see all 8 pages of the NNU. I think they sent you an email. Hey, Christina, yes, that was already resolved earlier this morning and commented on in the Facebook page to let them know when they went and used whatever link to sign up, they used the old $37 per month membership link. And so what happened is the old link only has the old basic classes, because remember we used to have membership levels. So I'm telling people, make sure you go, because I can't get rid of all the links because people have shared the different links, and I can't disable those links because people, I can't disable them yet. But I encourage people to go directly to notarynerduniversity.com and sign up there. Yeah. But thank you for reminding me. Let me see here. Yes, thank you, Chiquita. Let me see here, Misty. Okay, so I'm trying to think of, thank you, Dorothy. I'm trying to think of those 2 things. It'll come back to me, but let me just kind of recap. The reason I'm doing this live, notary case management. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Notary case management is this new thing. I just made it up last week because I wanted to use something that was going to speak to my target audience, which was the attorneys. And so you're going to need to be able to when you're dealing with attorneys, you're gonna have to be really confident in your notarial skills, period. You're gonna have to know your state law really well. But you're also gonna have to grab some new skills on how to support attorneys. And the best way to do that is to do some research at Arrow Consultants. Go support her YouTube channel. She teaches people how to be a paralegal. She started out like at PetSmart as a cashier and then started working at a law firm and worked her way up. And I don't think her trajectory was long. I think maybe 3 or 4 years it took her. So, you know, you guys, if she can do it, she's telling you that you can do it too. And she's giving you a lot of insight as to how to support attorneys. So if you're a notary and you're trying to figure out this notary virtual case manager thing, how could that work for you? Go start watching some of the paralegal oriented videos to see what exactly is involved in supporting an attorney's caseload. That will give you a better idea on whether or not this is something that would be a good fit for you or not. It may not be a good fit for everyone. Okay, let me just put that out there. And the attorney's needs aren't probably going to change because they are what they are. They're going to need help with things like depositions, with pleadings and these different things. So as you start to watch these different paralegal-oriented videos, I would start with Arrow Consultants first because she's been a wealth of information for me already. Last week, I had 2 browsers up. One of them was with her. One of them was doing my thing, what she was telling me to do. She just is really, you know, and she had a lot of resources. But as far as the virtual notary case management, it's something that I came up with last week after taking action and with my marketing towards my secondary customer, which is attorneys. I wanted to get out there and say, hey, back with my signing service, because I've got all these amazing notaries and I'm building the Notary Nerds Network. So I want these attorneys to know, hey, we've got you covered on the mobile evening signings. We've got you covered on the RONs, okay? You need case management, we've got you covered, right? These are the 3 things that I talk about right at the front page of the Notary Nerds Network website. I'm telling the attorneys, these are the 3 things that we can help you with. So, yes, thank you, Christina. If you haven't checked out the Notary Brokerage class over at notarynerduniversity.com, please go do that now because it's going to be removed completely. No recordings, no remnants or traces of it will be in this world after 9:30. Because from there, it'll be my really, really core intellectual personal property, and I'm going to hold on to it tight. Those of you guys who get it, those Notary Nerds University members, every one of you guys can get it. I'm going to send out another email. This will be email number 2 to remind you to get it. So hopefully you're checking your email because once it's gone at 9:30 tonight Central Standard Time. So be sure to download it. If you're not a member at Notary Nerds University, this is maybe the sign that you need to go ahead and join. If you're not crazy about the monthly subscription, I get it. Just cancel your membership. You'll still have access to all of the materials for 30 days, okay? The point is the notary brokerage information, the information that I'm talking to you about now is gonna be removed at 9:30 tonight, Central Standard Time, okay? And the reason that this is important is because grabbing it now gives you a little head start on the market, right? Because I doubt that I'll teach this in any thank you, honey, in any serious capacity. I'll probably help people start to understand more about the virtual notary case manager, or I may even put a certification together for that, but that will be only in order to work with me, okay? That will be only in the event that I have too many attorneys that I can't handle with my already existing team, and I'm gonna start outsourcing. So in order for you to catch one of those cases or catch one of those attorneys, I'm going to need to know that you know how to do the virtual notary case manager thing. So I'm probably going to put a certification or something together just for that. But outside of that, this is why Notary Nerds University is so golden, y'all. I'm going to always do this. I'm going to go find stuff and bring it here. You take it and you grab it, okay? Some of it will be there for forever. Brittany Bowman, B-A-U-G-H-M-A-N. Brittany Bowman, B-A-U-G-H-M-A-N. You can go grab it, take action, and get it. If you don't, okay? So yeah, so this is just a recap. Like I said, my goal last night was to let everybody know what I had accomplished last week, the new discovery, if you will, of how to communicate and get a response from an attorney. You're welcome, Star. And it worked. I have proof that it worked. So I'm not speaking on something that I don't have proof on. Has it worked 1,000 times? No. Couldn't sleep last night. So glad you. Oh yes, Corey. Glad you did too. That's another thing too. I feel like people who are supposed to get this are gonna get this, right? You're gonna either run across this video today or something like that. You're gonna get it. You're gonna hop over. You're gonna become a member at Notary Nerds University. You're gonna look for the Notary Brokerage class. Now let me explain to you, when you log into Notary Nerds University, there will be a lot of pages for you to go through. There's like 8 pages of different classes. It's extremely overwhelming. I am totally aware. We have so much information that it is just like overload. We are going to be working this month on getting it all organized, and so just bear with us as we do it. It's just an unintended consequence of all of the live classes that we've had here at Notary Nerds University for the last 7 months. Now there's this situation where there's all of these trainings and the information is so amazing, but when you log in for the first time, I will forewarn you, you'll have to go to page, I think 8, to get to this notary brokerage thing, okay? Because you want to do that tonight, the very first thing, because it will be removed on tonight at 9:30 from the platform completely. It's only gonna be there until 9:30 tonight, Central Standard Time. Okay, I beat that dead horse. Okay, that's it. I'm not gonna keep you guys all day. I just wanted to make sure I came back here and did a quick recap because last night was kind of chaotic. Thank you for those of you who joined us on Facebook in the Notary Nerds group. Jay, if you're only seeing 3 pages, it's probably because you have the old $37 per month notary membership. It's probably, that's